Hello and welcome, I'm Conan Librarian with Conan's EDC, Easy Dad Carry, and today I am doing a fun one. This is a dollar store challenge. This is the EDC Essential Desk Cargo. Let's take a look. Alright, so the point of this, we talk about in the EDC community, and I know I talk a lot about all this stuff I carry for these circumstances, this and that, but the reality of it is I spend 40 plus hours a week at my job, and for at least half my day I am at my desk. So there are a few items that I have actually picked up over time to have at my desk to make my life easy, and these are actually these items. I have them at my desk at work, but for $1 each I thought I'd show off kind of what I've been collecting over time, put this together, and I don't know, maybe give it to someone else in the office, give it to somebody. But that's the thing, 50% of my time at a desk, the other 50% I'm roaming through inventory or actually using the other tools I talk about a lot. So anyways, first up is tech. So give me a second, I'm gonna get this stuff open here. Alright, so some tech essentials. One is this guy. Now, something EDC always talks about is usefulness, multi-tools, efficiency, and honestly for $1 you cannot beat this. This pen has, well, it's a pen, it's a stylus, it's a flashlight, and it's a laser pointer, which honestly, as cheesy as this is, I have used one of these countless times. I've gone through them because I use the ink up and I can just get another one. That's the thing. This is super useful for if I'm crawling around, say, under my desk, or if I'm looking at inventory, or if I'm out helping a coworker, anything like that. Having the stylus to point something out, incredibly useful. And obviously the stylus for writing on pin pads or 100 things, and the pen itself. For $1, carry one of these. There's no reason not to. Throw it in your EDC sling bag. I actually have taken to starting to carry one in my dad's sling bag too, so just one of these, because even if all you do with it is, well, right, it's a pen, but say you just drop something under your desk, to have a flashlight right there, incredibly useful. Crazy use out of this for only $1. This is a phone stand, and I actually only saw these kind of recently, and I've become a huge fan of this because it's just become, and this is nice and orange and sparkly. You can get them in cheetah print, leather print, all sorts of crazy patterns. But the fact that you can prop something up, so say you might be watching something on your phone, whether it's important or you're just trying to catch up on your latest episode, whatever it is, a phone stand. This thing has been super useful for me personally at work because it's just so handy to have something to set my phone on. Say I need to actually do a Zoom call or FaceTime or something, I have this and I can easily set it next to my desk. I always have a way to prop it up. Now, my phone doesn't work quite well enough, it's a little large here, but you can also run a cord through the back of it if you want to run the cord through and charge it too. So, little phone stand, super awesome and convenient. And then these everyone should be familiar with. These are wired earbuds. I, having been in a corporate environment for quite a long time now, have had to and still have to actively do training all the time, or I need to watch a video, something, and you can never find headphones. I cannot stand using headphones that other people have used. So for $1, just having a set of wired headphones, because also your cool Bluetooth headset does not hook up to your computer 99% of the time. So having a cheap disposable set of headphones that you can plug in to do your quarterly required training, or else you go on a list, yeah, it's pretty nice just to have a backup pair so that you don't accrue someone else's ear cheese, and so you could just get your stuff done without hassling. Alright, let's see what's up next here. Alright, up next is tools. So, tools really depends on the job that you have and really what you find useful. But something I always find useful to have, oh, one last thing of course, is a couple things just to have at the desk. So this is a mini screwdriver, especially if I have to play with my computer at all. Or a lot of random things, just use these tiny little bits. So this is only $1 at the Dollar Tree, and it's 12 bits, something like that. Fits together, nice little compartment. Next up, it's a lot like, there we go, one of these guys. Is one of these tool pens, and I know that most of us are familiar with these, and a lot of people, honestly, I will say this is the first multi-tool, and possibly the only multi-tool many people own over their lifetime. Just a basic twist pen, but it has a level, it has a little ruler, it's got a stylus, you unscrew it here, and it's got a bit driver on both sides. I know I've already got a little tool set here, but again, for something that packs that much function into one little tool, yeah, it's $1, but it's also so functional, there's no reason not to have one at your desk. Notebook, now this came in a pack of probably 6, maybe even 10 of them. Just something to write in. I write notes all day just to keep track of what I'm doing, whether I need to give information out, whatever it is. Just a little spare notebook too if I need to jot down a password or something. I like, honestly, a small notebook. This is, you can see, only a few inches. This is, what, 3 inches by... yeah, by about 4 inches. I like having a small conspicuous notebook too because I can shove this in my pocket if I need to really carry it with me, if I need to take notes on the fly. Now, I have other notebooks I like a lot more, but having something in my desk drawer just makes it a lot easier. I can essentially designate this as my work notebook. It stays at work and keeps everything I need nice and handy and small. The other thing, a regular Phillips, just because, well, the other day I had to replace a doorknob to my inventory room. And honestly, just having a screwdriver handy in my desk, now this is not the dollar store one I have in my desk at work, but yeah, they're only $1. There's no reason not to have a good full size, just because it is the most common tool that you're going to run across that you need, really, I think, in general. And the last tool here is a sewing kit. Now, this is just for my personal taste, really. I like sewing kits, and I have a lot of reasons for it, mostly because I am clumsy, and I catch my shirt, I catch my buttons, all sorts of stuff. But a little sewing kit makes your life easier. If you're losing a button, it makes you a hero if someone else has a problem. The other thing too, just having safety pins, having pins, becomes way more useful than you think once you actually have them and realize how often you need them. I like this little guy for $1 because it comes with tiny, I mean, these practically feel like plastic. Yeah, I'm not cutting through any paracord with this, but it'll cut a thread. So for $1, having something like this can really save your day, when otherwise you're going to walk around with something unbuttoned, uncomfortable, unkempt, torn up, whatever it is. This one's got a little paper tape measure. I don't know if I have this exact same sewing kit at work. It's something very similar. It also cost me only $1. But I might get another one. I just like these little paper measuring tapes. It'd be better if it was vinyl or something, but having something to measure, I mean, that's a tool right there. So we've got, if I can get it closed. There we go. All right. And so let's do the last bit here. All right, so the last bit is hygiene. Now, this really depends on your setup at work, but for me personally, having mints is important. I interact with customers. I like to be presentable. Same reason I like having a toothbrush with me at work, because I make some poor lunch decisions, and sometimes whatever I've eaten is all the way in my teeth. I even stuck a little flosser in there. You can get a bag of flossers also for only $1. But having a toothbrush at work comes in handy, especially if, say, you realize you forgot to brush your teeth before you came to work. Tissues. This came in a pack of, I think, 8 of them. This was in one of my last videos, but tissues are always good to have at your desk. And a little first aid kit. Now this one is only $1, and I will say, I'm going to take the moment like I do in all of my videos and say that I implore you, make sure that wherever you are, you have access to a good first aid kit. This is for paper cuts. Oh, light. Okay. This is for paper cuts. This is for nicks. This is for tiny stuff. This is just convenient because it'll fit in any drawer, but make sure your job has a good first aid kit. So, yeah, just small essentials to help me get through my day when I realize maybe I'm not as fresh or as tidy as I need to be. Now, the other main thing, maybe you don't have a good desk organization. Maybe you don't have a whole bunch of drawers to shove stuff in. This is also from the Dollar Tree. This is the men's travel bag. You could tell it's for men, I guess, because it's camo. Yeah, alright. I'm going to put everything in here, and that's because something else to consider, depending where you work. Maybe you don't want all this stuff just floating around in your desk. So I'm going to put this all in my work EDC pouch. Honestly, for $1, not terrible. And I have a pretty good feeling it's gonna fit everything okay. So, I know this is kind of a cheesy one. And I know a lot of people are gonna look at this stuff and think, this is a waste of money. But when it comes to EDC, you do not have to spend a ton of money. And when it comes to EDC, I think, honestly, the basics are overlooked, not as in carry a light, carry fire, carry all that, because I have other great tools that I carry with me and have with me, whether it's on my person, in my car, in a go bag, in a sling bag. But, I mean, unless you're literally working in the woods, unless you're literally working in that environment where all you need is a knife all day, well, what I need is to keep my breath fresh. What I need is to prop my phone up so I can watch YouTube. What I need is to sew a button back on, take notes, hunt around under my desk, or heck, maybe even in this bag. What I need to do is be able to point something out on a tall shelf to someone else. That's the thing, is EDC is not just about the cool stuff. EDC is about practicality to me. I've seen the conversation a lot lately. What does EDC mean to you? And EDC means anything from, well, I'm going to throw these in. This is just a bunch of twist ties from the grocery store. This is going in here too. I have a bunch at work. I know I've got more of these here at my workbench, but these are great for organizing cables, whatever I want to do, or just maybe tying up my headphones here. That's what EDC is. It's, to me, about the practicality of getting through your day. You'll notice there's no knife in here because maybe you don't need a knife at work, or maybe you're not even allowed to carry one. You'll notice there's not a crazy flashlight because, like I said, this stuff sits at my desk. And for $1, actually the bag's really not terrible. It's better than thought it would be. I doubt it's going to hold a whole bunch. But yeah, that's what EDC is to me. EDC is about, like my channel is called, Easy Dad Carry. Stuff I can carry to make my day easier. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If this is junk, if you think it's a waste of time. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate the watches. I appreciate the comments. And I just enjoy interacting. So yeah, stop by. Let me know what you think. And as always, stay safe, be prepared, and have a great day.